Heart disease. That's our topic this week, and we were told to first and foremost kind of say what we know about it already. Not a whole lot for me, but I know it's linked to obesity. You know, like when you're obese, it's a greater risk, and I believe heart disease is the #1 killer of women, but I know that the instances of men getting heart disease and dying is increasing. So I know that much. There's no heart disease in my family, luckily. Thank you. There's cancer, so it's not like I'm scot-free, but yeah. So now I'm gonna go research it and see what else I can find out. Okay, so I got most of my information from the American Heart Association, and I'm gonna put a link in the sidebar, but it had some good info. Unfortunately, I didn't research it that in-depthly, but I figure if I did, then what the hell would the rest of you talk about for the rest of the week? Just kidding. But I put it on a little note card, and I guess there's a few things that contribute to it. And I guess like the symptoms are pretty noticeable, but there have been cases of people who've had heart disease and don't even know. So, but one of the main ones is angina or chest pains. So if you have any sort of like palpitations or chest pains, go see a doctor. Yeah, so which of course I remember my grandma had a heart attack, and so I guess, yeah, it is in my family if heart disease is heart attack. But yeah, okay, I lied, sorry, and it's my grandma too. But she had it years ago, and she's fine now, but she has to keep an eye on it, and she had really bad heartburn, and she went to the doctor about the heartburn, and she knew it was heartburn, but because she had a heart attack, the doctors went nuts and had to do all the EKGs and everything, and of course it turned out to be heartburn. But she's like, I'm just telling you it's heartburn, but they're not going to listen to you, and that's okay. That's another reason why to stay away from it. Even if you survive and are totally fine, you're going to have paranoid doctors for the rest of your life. If you have any chest issues, they're going to go, oh my god, she's going to die. Okay, so 3 of the risks that you can't do a damn thing about are increasing age, 65 and older, your gender. I guess men are more susceptible to heart attacks and heart disease in general, and heredity and race, which I would like to do more research on. I don't have the time right now, but maybe they don't even know. It said African Americans are more likely to get heart disease than Caucasians. Why? I don't know why. Why is that? Like, I thought we were all the same. Very strange. Okay, and then there's a bunch of treatable things that, you know, you do that raises your risk and you can totally stop. Smoking is a big one. Don't smoke. Don't smoke. I don't smoke. No desire to smoke. And that, smoking is not hereditary, but I've lost 3 grandparents to smoking. So, yeah, no thanks. And my grandma used to smoke. And that's the thing, is all my grandparents used to smoke and they stopped. One of the major things was when, you know, they had grandkids, they didn't want to be smoking around the kids. And even so, 20 years later, it catches up to you and you get the emphysema and the lung cancer, and it's bad. Okay, anyways, that's a different PSA. High cholesterol, high blood pressure, physical inactivity, obesity and overweight, and diabetes. So that's 6 main factors that raise your risk for heart disease, and 5 of the 6 are tied to overweight, obesity. Like high cholesterol, high blood pressure. If you're overweight and you lose weight, your blood pressure and your cholesterol is going to go down. Physical inactivity. Well, if you're active, you're going to lose weight. And diabetes. Now, granted, it's diet is a big thing, but heredity, you know, plays a big part in diabetes. So I can't say like, oh, lose weight and you won't be diabetic. Yeah, a big portion of people who are overweight and are diabetic, because they're overweight, they lose weight, they can get off their diabetes meds. Or as Wilford Brimley says, diabetes. Sorry, those commercials. He mispronounces diabetes. Diabetes. Never heard anyone else call it that. Anyways, 2 of the other things that they're not like directly related, you know, it was like a separate column, but stress and alcohol. And not just like, you know, a glass of wine with dinner or something, but if you're a binge drinker, or like every Friday you go out and drink until you can't remember Friday night, it's going to raise your risk for heart disease. Because if you think about it, it's putting stress on your liver and your, you know, surrounding organs, which puts stress on your body. And speaking of stress, stress adds to it. So, breathe. I'm a big stressor. I try not to, but Of course, don't freak out about how stress relates to heart disease, because then that'll stress you out. And then you'll get heart disease because you're stressed about getting heart disease. It's a catch-22. Just roll with it. But that's what I learned. I don't know. It wasn't too much more than I guess I probably already... And it's not that I knew it, but I just kind of, I don't know, common sense, like heart disease. Okay, well, if you do things like you don't work out, and you don't eat right, you're overweight, and you put stress on your body, then it's going to put stress on your heart. So I guess it makes sense. I'm anxious to see what everybody else has to say, because I want to, I want to learn more. If there's more preventable things I can do, more things I can do to prevent it. I feel like Willy Wonka. Stop that, reverse it, hold on. Then I want to do it. I want to be healthy. I want to, I don't really plan on having kids, but if I did, I'd want to see them get married or something, or, I don't know, that cliche thing of like, I want to live to see my kids walk down the aisle doesn't really work for me, because I don't even know if I'd have kids, so, But my friends have kids. I'd like to see them grow up. And I'm just selfish, and I want to live. I'm not doing it for anyone else except for me. It's me. I like it. I like living. If I didn't like living, if I hated it that much, then I probably wouldn't be here. I like it. I'd like to continue doing it until God says, you're done. Okay. But I don't want to push him. I'm rambling. Ignore me. Just ignore me. Okay, heart disease, bad. Lesson learned. You can prevent it, so get off your ass. Eat some fruits and vegetables. Don't smoke. Don't smoke. Okay, so I look a mess right now, so I apologize, but my weight this week is 272.4, so that's a gain of 0.6, which I should be upset about, but I'm actually relieved because I had a crazy up and down week, and I ate a ton of sugar, and I went out to dinner and had onion rings, and I'm not gonna lie, I did not track my points on Saturday and Sunday. Just, whoops, forgot. So, excuse me. I'm back on tracking, and weighed in. So, next week will totally be a million times better. But, yeah, I gained, so, sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing, I'm not sorry. Sorry I couldn't, be like, oh my god, I lost weight, but, no. So, I'm tired, I'm going to bed.